All right, here's another group of things to look at. And we're going to, these are the apes. And we're going to look at ways we might choose to break these into different groups. So we might break these into different groups by noticing some things that they have in common, some things that are different. So we could ask, do they have a head? And the answer would be yes for everybody. That's useless. We could ask, do they have 2 arms and 2 legs? That's yes for everybody. That's useless. We can ask, do they have 2 eyes or 1 nose? Do they have 5 fingers on? That's the same for everybody. So we need to ask some questions that are separating them into different groups. So we might ask maybe about the overall body size, because I can see that these guys here, oops, let's draw here, these guys here look a lot smaller than the others. Doing a really bad estimate here, if this is my scale of 30 centimeters or 1 foot, I'm not trying to type here, I don't know what's going on. The body size from head to feet might be 3. I feel like that's actually closer to 2, but let's call it 3. So we might say body size. That could be the first characteristic we're going to ask about. It doesn't have to be this one. It's just the one that I see right now and I'm going to pick. So body size, maybe we can say less than 3 feet. And over here we might say greater than or equal to 3 feet. For the ones that are less than 3 feet, that's just these guys. According to my really bad estimate there. I would get out a ruler or a tape measure if I wanted to do it right. But that's the given. So the first question was body size, and less than 3 feet gives us just one answer, the given. Now we don't have to think about the givens anymore. For the ones that are greater than or equal to 3 feet, that's everybody else. That's the orangutan, the bonobo, the gorilla, and the human. I actually can't tell if this is a bonobo or a chimpanzee. I don't know apes well enough. But hey, we'll pick one. Oops, that's not what I'm trying to do. Come back, come back. I just want to draw that circle again. So of these 4, we have to ask another question. And maybe we'll ask about... Maybe we'll ask about length of the arm. Because I can see that this arm here, they are really long proportionally compared to the others. So if I'm looking at the torso, I'm trying to find something to compare it to. The torso size looks like this arm is like twice as long as the torso. Whereas for the gorilla, the arm is just a little bit longer than the torso. For the chimp, also just a little bit longer. For the human, also just a little bit longer. So maybe I'll go by arm size. So for the ones that are greater than or equal to 3 feet in height, from head to toe, we're going to ask another question. And that question is going to be, is the arm about 2 times the length of the torso? And if yes, or if no, so maybe I won't just say not, I'll just say less than. The one that has the longest arm, we know which one that is. That's the orangutan. And once we've identified something, we don't have to think about it anymore. And for the ones that have their arm less than 2 times the length of the torso, that's the chimp, the gorilla, and the human. So we need to find a way to differentiate those 2. And I'm going to look at the arms again. Just it's jumping out at me right now. This gorilla arm is very, very, very thick and muscular. And especially if we compare it to the legs, the human arm compared to the human leg, the leg is thicker, more muscular. The chimpanzee arm compared to the chimpanzee leg, looks like the leg is more muscular. But the gorilla arm compared to the gorilla leg, looks like the arm is more muscular. So maybe we'll ask another set of questions. Is the arm thicker than the leg? And here, arm. Maybe here I'll say arm is not thicker. Here I'll say it is thicker. So we're asking a new set of questions. Here's this last question. Here are the questions we're asking now. The arm that is thicker than the leg is just one. That's the gorilla. And the gorilla, we can then stop thinking about. We don't have to ask questions about it anymore. And the other one, the other two, sorry, are the human and the bonobo or the chimpanzee. And we have to ask something about them. We could ask about a lot of questions, right? Finding differences between a human and another animal, people are really good at it because we like to think of ourselves as being very special and unique, and also we spend a lot of time looking at other humans. So we could ask about, do they have a cool hairstyle or not? We could ask about overall height. We could ask how much hair is on the body. We could ask about, do the toe, come on, I'm trying to do this. Do the toes have prehensile capability? Can you grab something with that toe? We can ask about the shape of the face. We can ask about the shape of the nose. It doesn't really matter. We pick a characteristic. So maybe I'll ask about the toes. So for this one, I'll ask, are the toes opposable? So if there are opposable toes, then that's just one. Well, depending on the name. It's either the chimpanzee or the bonobo. They only gave us one picture, so we'll just stick with that. And for no opposable toes, we'll say it's the human. And then we have identified everybody in here, and we can pick, just to test it out, any one of these to ask a question about. So if we're asking, let's pick the gorilla. We want to go through here and ask about the gorilla. Is the body size less than 3 feet or greater than equal to 3 feet? This is probably taller than 3 feet. Next question, that brings us to this question here. Next question, is the arm about 2 times the length of the torso? No, I don't think so. This arm compared to this torso, I don't think that's double. So less than 2 times the length of the torso. That brings us to this question here. Now, the next question is about the arms being thicker than the legs, and this arm is very muscular compared to the leg. So the arm is thicker than the leg, and that is the gorilla. So yes, that is, it's the gorilla. We know that it's the right answer. If we went through and checked for any one of these, we should be able to, and so should anybody else who's reading this, be able to get the right name out at the end.